let's talk about wheel and tire setup, especially on like enduro bikes and bigger bikes. Obviously, cross-country bikes, you're gonna run lighter weight, fast-rolling tires, but on bigger bikes, particularly big bikes, like the Spire and Mega Tower and other ones like that, you know, something between the 160 and 170 plus range. But before you get the downhill bikes, getting your tires right is really important. I do believe in getting nice tough wheels, get DH rated wheels or minimum enduro rated wheels, and don't skimp out there. But tires themselves are a bit more of a pickle. So when I first built my Mega Tower, which these wheels and tires are from, I knew I was going to be doing a lot, or was supposed to be doing a lot of downhill riding, lift assist, van up, or whatever else. And then, you know, roll the rest of the way down. So pedaling efficiency just was not important on that bike when it came to the tires. Traction was. So I went with Assegai double down max grip tires, front and rear. I don't go downhill casings because I'm just not normally that hard on tires. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'm a big guy, but I'm not hard on tires. Maybe it's because I have to run more pressure. So double down max grip Assegais. They are amazing with how much grip they have. I mean, they will stick to everything. It's really stupid how good they are. But they roll like absolute hot trash. I cannot overstate how poorly they roll. So I've pedaled these quite a bit. I mean, you can pedal anything, obviously, with enough effort or slow down in time. But you know, I want something that's a little more efficient. So I have also purchased EXO Plus tires for front and rear. Then went back to the States. I was gonna do a bunch of lift assist riding again, so I put the double down on the back, but I actually left the EXO Plus in the front with max grip. So I'm pedaling a lot on this bike again, and I want something that's gonna roll a little better, but maybe not have the compromises that EXO Plus tire has when it comes to wheel and rim protection. So my great idea to get a bike that's gonna roll faster is put this DHR2 EXO Plus back on the rear. It's a 2.4 versus a 2.5. That's not important really, but the thing is, this is not a max grip. This is a max Terra, and it's EXO Plus versus a double down, and it's a DHR2 versus an Assegai. Each one of those should allow this tire to roll significantly better than this tire. But in order to give myself a little more rim protection, I'm going to try going with the rim pack. I'm going to go with the original inserts, not the heavy duty ones. Once again, I'm normally just not hard on tires. This one helps keep something that's protect the rim a little bit and give me some protection against having the tire fold over and unseat and burp and stuff like that. So this should get me there. Lighter weight tire should get me better rolling resistance. And let's install it and see what happens. And it's installed. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the actual installation from a video standpoint, but I'll talk about them real quick. So, insert needed to be stretched out over the rim, and you have to tuck the bead on underneath the rim as you're putting on the tire. Honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I've heard horror stories of trying to get rim protection in, you know, these foam inserts in. It just been an absolute nightmare. It was a little harder than a regular tire, but it wasn't significant once I figured out how to tuck the bead underneath the foam. The one thing I will say is install your tire first without the insert, get one bead on, then put the insert in. That's gonna make your life a lot easier. I did that right away just from thinking about it. I think some people you hear struggling are trying to get both beads on without actually seating it. Yeah, put the tire on, deflate the tire, kick off one bead, put the rim insert in, tuck in the bead, insert your sealant, you know, whatever you're putting in, and then pump it back up. In fact, you could probably actually put your sealant in. It might probably be a good idea to put your sealant in when you install the tire without the insert first, make sure everything is all coated well. So a couple notes. The insert actually takes up more room in the tire than I thought it was going to. Now I am curious how thick an insert is under pressure, because it's going to shrink because they're closed cell foam. I'm curious how much they shrink because, you know, it's, you know, I got 2 atmospheres worth of pressure, so its gas would shrink by a factor of 2, 3, something like that. Leave a note down below if you know exactly how much that would be. If you increase the pressure by 2 bar inside of a tire, how much would the foam insert would shrink? That'd be actually really cool information to know. So I'm actually curious. So when the tire is not inflated, it takes up probably 60 to 70% of the volume. When it's on, it's going to be a lot less because the air squishes it in. I'm going to let this sit here for a couple minutes and we're going to take it outside and we'll make sure it doesn't lose air pressure. Yeah, let's go outside here next. Well, I just finished this road climb up here. It's about a mile and a half and about 400 vertical feet, although most of that's all in the last half mile there. Yeah, the EXO Plus tire DHR TerraMax with the insert feels a heck of a lot better than the Double Down, Assegai, and Sticky E. I mean, to be expected, but really kind of shocking in the difference it is between that and this tire right here on the road. Well, now we're actually at the trailhead and we'll see how it goes on the trail. This trail's not too technical or anything, but it should actually give me a good representation of how it is rolling. So, yeah. Now we go up here and then down the trail and I'll see you over there. Again, this piece of single track, it's mainly just coasting along. Nothing too significant, but the bike can just rolls much smoother through here. It keeps a little more speed, not having to do as many small pedal strokes to keep up. And here's a little bit of a rougher section where it's not really rough, but if you have no protection, you're running really low pressure, you're definitely gonna ding your rim a lot on these roots and rocks through this section here. And it's just the rim protection is a little bit nice added protection. On this is a really long climb we had on a different ride where it just went up and up and up for hours, as you hear me comment in a second. But this is a demonstration of this. The bike rolls better, therefore this climb is a little less painful, a little less agonizing than it would otherwise. I'm on by far the biggest, heaviest bike here, yet I'm keeping up with the other guys on the XC bikes. Oh, we spent 2 hours climbing. Yeah, and just kind of coming up to the end of the climb, the terrain changes a little bit. It's a little more open, a little more loose. Lighter tires, once again, allowing me to keep up with the other people a little bit easier than I would otherwise. I did a couple other rides with the Assegai in the back, and these climbs with them was just a real slog. Fun on the way down, but a slog on the way up. Here's from that same ride. This is a little bit rougher descent than the other one. I got this real kind of caverny ravine here that you go in and out of, and the insert just helps keep everything together. I gotta say, I did expect a difference, but I did not expect the difference to be nearly as big as it is. I mean, it just rolls so much better now. It is really ridiculous the difference that just a rear tire can make on how a bike feels. I mean, now maybe it's a bit of a placebo effect, but I mean, I can definitely tell based on exhaustion level and stuff like that. This is not like a really big trail, but like heart rate and speed and stuff like that, I can tell that overall this is a significantly difference. So for me, this is a big win. And yeah, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I got all sorts of different things coming up about bikes, cameras, all sorts of other different stuff as well. So if you like a multifaceted channel, that's what I'm going to bring. And until then, just ride.